Sweet. Going up against Mishra. Let's keep this because we have the intervention, which can actually kill artifacts, which is going to be useful because they want to keep them on a field. Well, here's the thing. We kill them, they can resurrect them, so who knows what's best. Pretty good start, though. The cloister into this soul herder is going to be good. So I've begun to like the dungeon of the Mad Mage because it's just the end of it is really good. Drawing 3 is so good. It takes a bit longer to get there, but... So we could kill the idol, but I think I just want to go for the soul herder here. Send them a message. And we'll flicker the cloister. What a weird sentence. So it comes in, we get to re-trigger. So obviously if we had the Hama Pashar out, we would be able to get double the triggers there. But this will do for now. Oh my, revoke existence. This is literally God Hand we have going on here. I have started to put more cards like this in because Exile can get rid of gods. Super powerful. Just 2 mana. Love it. Artwork as well. Lightning Bolt. Okay, so they haven't played anything. Okay, so tell you what we'll do. Let's go for the Teferi. If this resolves, they can't do anything in our turn. When it should resolve. I'd be confused if it didn't resolve. Big score. Okay. The treasures are going to be pushing Mishra up next turn. So we'll bounce the Guardian Idol just to slow them down a tad. Unless they want to sack it. They could sack it to make us not draw a card. No? Okay. Swing it. Oh my god, yeah. I love this. Love it. It's a great feeling deck. It's just simple, effective. It has the support you need. And it has the original intent and flavour that I wanted. Which is fantastic. Create a treasure we get to ramp as well. Just lovely. Dungeons are effective, man. Like, just if you can consistently trigger them with just terrible cards like this, it can help. Obviously, the opponent hasn't really done much, so it's might not be the best example, but lots of discard effects to put their stuff in the bin because they want to reanimate it, so it makes sense. But they can only reanimate it with Mishra or reanimation spell, so it's like a... Oh, that's a really good card. But I think we can just annihilate their fields with the intervention, so... They also lose a card doing that, which is not so great. Celestis for 1 mana is kind of crazy, right? So all their artifacts cost 2 less now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Should we just wipe out their field? I think we do that. I think we do that. It's not very nice, but it's the most effective strategy. And they can't even do anything because Teferi says no. Oh, brutal. Brutal annihilation of resources there. Hello everyone, I'm making this deck because I recently watched the latest Dungeons & Dragons movie and I thought it was really awesome and it just had so much lore and flavour in it and I just wanted to kind of just experience it a bit more. So I made a Hama Pashar Ruin Seeker deck. So what she says is room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. So I wanted to include not just dungeons but dragons as well. I wanted it to be really flavourful. So you can see some of the high-end ones here with the Ancient Silver Dragon, Ancient Gold Dragon, which are in the D&D lore. You got the Kairi, Imrith, all sorts of cool dragons here. And let's see how many dungeon cards we have. There's not that many, to be perfectly honest. You got about a dozen or so. But some of the important ones, I'd say probably Fly is really good because when you put it on something, it gets flying and then they can venture into the dungeon when you hit people. Yonti Malison's really good. Nadara's a dungeon and a dragon, basically. Whenever he comes in or attacks, you can venture. And whenever you venture, you'll be able to trigger each room twice with Hama Pashar, which is pretty damn awesome. The deck isn't that strong just with the dungeon theme though. So the deck does have an ETB sub-theme. That's why it's called D&D and ETB. Because I wanted to kind of utilize White Blue's speciality, which is sort of flicker in a way. So there's a few flicker things that you might want to use. That's why you've got Panamonican in here. And also Alish Norn, just to make the most of stuff. You know, the simple stuff like Solemn Simulacrum. You got Soul Herder to flicker stuff over and over again. Reflector Mage can be super annoying because you can bounce the commander and then can't recast it. This was actually banned in Standard when this was in Standard. Obscure Polymorphist can exile things over and over again. Deputy of Detention can do the same, but with everything with the same name. So anything, you know, like treasures or tokens can all be gotten rid of. Skyclave Apparition. You get the picture. These all exile things all do wonderful things when they come in and out. It's not a full flicker package. It's just a few things just to pad the deck out. So yeah, as long as you're including as many dungeon cards as you can that are really good, and some dragon cards that you think are cool, you've made yourself a Dungeons and Dragons deck. So yeah, there's all sorts of flavour in here. You got the portable hole as well. But yeah, you can see all of the cards in the deck list below. So make sure to check it out if you are interested. And yeah, once again, I would highly recommend watching the new D&D film in the cinemas. It's honestly just quite surprised me. I've not been to the cinema in a while, and it just drew me in. And it just, if you like Lord of the Rings, if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, it's kind of like a mishmash of those, which is definitely a good thing. And yeah, if you do go, I hope you enjoy it. Tell me what you think if you have seen it already. But also tell me what you think if you didn't like it, because I'd be curious to hear from D&D players what you thought of the film, because I don't play D&D, so I don't know how accurate it is, but I think it was good. Don't forget to like and sub, and you can always donate to help the channel. Alright, let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so we're facing a Kaya, not a very common Kaya either. I think we'll keep this because we've got the board wipe in hand. So this Kaya cares about tokens. Wow, we've got 2 board wipes. So her ultimate isn't even that scary. Create twice the number of tokens could be pretty good. But yeah, she's definitely a very low threat level here. I couldn't see myself using this as a commander. She just feels a bit weak. Skyclave, I guess what we have to be cautious of is what else is in the deck. Okay, so next turn, maybe we go for the key to the archive, but they could have a way to kill it. We definitely want to... Oh, okay, so it's like a Super Friends deck. I think we will kill the Sarah, because that is pretty strong if they're left unchecked.
This is a battle I can no longer fight. There is still a chance for peace.
Okay, so now we can go for the key. It's a bit risky because they might kill it, but... I guess we'll keep the approach. Gaining life might help. So, exile all cards from all graveyards, then create a spirit with flying for each card. Each card. It doesn't even have to be... Ooh, okay, I read that wrong. It doesn't have to be creature card. It has to be any card. Okay, so now we've got a good board wipe hit. So, yeah, let's go for that. And then next turn, we can just go for the approach. Like, winning with approach is a bit cheeky, but, you know, if we get the chance, might be good. They don't have any blue magic to counter it, although the Mana Tithe might exist in the deck. So this is the power of blue, as we can see here. They see the blue, they don't want to cast anything. So we don't get Mana Tithe, but we do get Wandering Emperor.
I'm home. Let your blade do the
Which really isn't that bad. Ooh, sword. So they're going to move to play extra lands. Luckily, it's not the sword that mills 10. Which is probably the only time anyone's ever said that. Ever. Okay, we've got some good answers for things here. So we can go for... So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. we can board wipe, and we can also kill the Wandering Emperor. So, pretty good. We're in a lot of luck here. So basically, they've got an interesting deck. It seems to be Super Friends or Planeswalkers that make tokens deck, which I like. I think it's kind of cool. I'm seeing a lot of interesting pieces that I would like to use in the same kind of build. I can see now why the Kaya is good with the deck they've built. Because making 2 angels or making 4 cats is actually kind of sick. It's pretty cool. Luckily, the sword doesn't give them protection from our deck. Mondrak, okay. We could bait them into an attack. And then if they block, we'll just go for the Iganjo. Let's see if that works. Do people block these days? Okay. So we got 8. Let's go for Imrith. Because I've gone for the Mondrak, I just can't see... I just can't see them board wiping. I mean, if they do, they do. We're not going to stop it. Sack 2 artifacts and or creatures to give it indestructible. So they could also blow up 2 artifacts to save it from a board wipe if they wanted to. So we are currently dungeoning and we are currently dragoning. So we are doing the mission objective. I actually really like this deck. It's fun. It feels good after watching the movie. And it's quite powerful, I think. It's deceptive. As long as you get a good opponent who isn't using a Traxxer, you do have a chance. If they were using green-black, I would be suspicious of a Casualties of War, but 6/6. So if they hit me, they're going to create 4 treasures. So do we want that to happen? Yeah, I don't really want to lose the Hama Pashar. This is an incredible attack, though. 4 treasures, and they draw exile top 2. Oh, and they also get the Fateful Absence, so they can kill the Hama Pashar anyway. If they really want to. This has got ward 4, so they can even kill the Imrith if they wanted to. Oh, damn, that sucks. That is so powerful combined together, Grim Hiling with this. And they can also pay black to sack X treasures, gives something minus. Wow, okay, so yeah, we got there, guys. We got absolutely got. Alright, let's go for the Nadal first. We'll scry. So basically, scry means that we're going to get to approach a lot faster. Let's put that away. And put that away. So we are now 2 closer. And we also have the clue. So they're tapped out. I think we just exile the Mondrak here. We get to Captain Eberhard. That's actually really annoying because it means that our approach will cost 1 more when we draw it. But I guess, yeah, whatever. We have more than 7 mana. 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got enough as long as a key exists. And also, we don't really want to draw the approach yet because let's say we do draw it and then they have a Thoughtseize. That would be terrible. So this is actually quite precarious. That last turn really did it did whip us a bit because the Imrith was going to let us draw 3. So that is kind of sad. Just goes to show how powerful the swords are, even if they don't have pro your colours. So they can see that the approach is second from top. So they know that we win next turn as long as we crack this clue. But they won't have a instant speed way of discarding. So yeah, oh, actually, I don't know if they see this, but Field of Ruin would just ruin us. Now, maybe they do know this. Okay, I'm really nervous now. So what happens here is if they Field of Ruin, it means that they'll shuffle our deck, which means approach goes away. So I'm not going to hover my cursor over anything because it will give it away. Now, double strike with swords is actually crazy because if they dealt damage twice, you'd get 2 triggers from the sword. I just wanted to tap out and especially tap that field, please. Oh my goodness, they lost the game.
I don't take kindly to evil overlords.
So they can exile a creature or enchantment. Wow, we got super lucky. So they can't kill the key. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so they know if they got rid of this, we couldn't actually use the approach because Eberhard says spells your cast from among cards your opponents drew this turn cost 1 more. So whatever we draw costs 1 more with this kind of field. So they're going to exile this. So they're going to get an Adar. I don't think it's going to matter. Oh, they are going to kick themselves if they see this video and realise that the Field of Ruin shuffles our deck. I guess it says it's not even a May. It's not even a May. So ironically, the clue they gave us killed them. And there we go. Approach. Unbelievable. We didn't even get the win. They quit before we won. Wow. Lucky. Okay, so we're going against the Crater Hoof Cat. I don't like this hand. We have no interaction. Let's smell this. This is not very good either, but we'll keep. We got the ramp. We got the mage. Mage and Flux is good. Oh dear. Elf. So we have the ramp. We can go for turn 4. Reflector. Maybe Reflector Mage next turn would be good. Oh, okay. So, yes, this is delightful. Bounce the vampire. Is this quit worthy? Is this quit worthy? Let's have a look. So we're gonna bounce the elf as well. They cannot cast either of them. I think. Yes, there's 2 triggers here. How does Druid? Epic. And now we have the Imrith. Fantastic. We can even swing in as well. Wow, I love Reflect Mage. It's so good. It's so good, and I don't think people realise. Like, if you do this on a commander, it means they just cannot cast it next turn, which is so powerful. Elves, so we do let them draw a card here, but what are we going to do? So, the good thing about Imrith, the fewer cards we have, the better, because we draw more things. So, I think we just straight up kill. They don't have access to red. So let's kill the Druid. And it's unlikely that they block. If they block, then they lose their card draw. Wow, they're actually going to block. Right, so I feel like they've got a board wipe, which means I'm keeping up the veto here. Because why would you block with this? Unless you had a wipe. Right? That's the logic. So we've got them. Okay, then that was a strange block. That was a strange block because it meant all they did was drop us drawing 2 cards, but they would also be drawing cards with that. So that's very unusual. Okay, let's get in there again. So we'll draw 2 here. What an epic dragon this is. I absolutely love this. Oh, wow. We can absolutely annihilate. Okay. Crush the mana. No ramp, so we're all good. We can even protect our resources. No red mana the whole game. Are they going to hit red mana? Do they need it? That's the question. They want to draw, so yeah, let's counter that. Oh no, wait. Oh, green spells can't be countered. So we exile it first. They have a mana tithe? They have a swords. Okay, so we can counter this. So they... Oh, dastardly. They had a sword as well. Okie dokie. So they got their own way. They got to draw and scry. Touche. But we keep our Imrith. Thank goodness for that. And they got the red source. Search for glory. There's no need to... Is there a need? That's blue. Let's just use the... So we've got 4 mana after this. So we can... If we play something for 4 mana, we have to draw 3 cards. Oh, Teferi's good. Or Valkmira. Even better. Now they can't do anything to touch us with these tokens. Incredible. Even swing with the deputy here. Drawing 3 cards is just unreal. Absolutely unreal. He's vulnerable to kill spell here, but... So they go for the Jetmir. They'll have 4 creatures total. Rite of Harmony. So they're just looking to draw more things. 2 more creatures, draw 2 more things. But will they be able to survive? I know what they're going for. They're going for the critical mass victory. Because when this comes in, they want to go for the double strike and all the sorts of creatures, which will probably cause lethal. But essentially, Valkmira is mitigating half the damage incurred here. So if they swing, they'll deal 1 damage total. No swing. Okay. And also, if Kairi dies, they're screwed because we've bounced all the tokens. And actually, I think they're dead anyway because we have the Soul Herder and Deputy synergy. So, it's probably best to go for the Soul Herder first. And I think we just maybe use this to gain some life. So, use this to gain 3. It's a bit... I know it's a bit weird. But essentially, I want to empty my hand in order to draw more things with the Imrith. Yeah, so that's the logic. Swinging 5, 6, 7, 8. So logic dictates that they block with the most common creatures, which makes sense because the deputy will just get rid of everything like for like. Okay. Only issue is that okay, so now it's actually more effective to go for Reflector Mage because this will just... Yeah, because I don't want to unleash the Llanowar Elves, essentially. So what's the most annoying? I guess... I don't really know. Dinosaur, because it has haste. I mean, it doesn't make a difference, but... So, if they don't have a board wipe, they're dead? Swarm, right. So they're going to try and draw a card. They're going to play a land, draw a card, and see what they get. For 3 mana, I don't think there's a single thing apart from Teferi's protection. Okay, yep, so they're just dead. Sweet. We dominate this game with the Valkmira, I think. Panamonican. Yeah, wow. What an awesome sequence of cards we got there. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.